Hey guys, it's Haley and I am back with another video. So I apologize for my absence. I will go all into that at the end of the video and have a little chat. But first I want to show you the Outgoing secret word envelope and the recent things I have gotten from AliExpress. So the last round of secret words, the secret word challenge or whatever, Miss Veronica from Two Sweet Crafts won. And this, it's just in like the same size envelope, but I'm not going to show you the front because it already has labels on it. But this is what I'm sending her. So I split up the DCWV pad and the other half will go to the next person who wins. There was 2 exact sheets of the acetates, 2 exact things of the acetate sheet and 2 exact things of the stickers, which I'll show you. So I saved one of each of those. And then I split up the papers. Some I left like folded if she wants to use them as note cards. Some I cut because there was either like a clear delineation or for whatever. Some of them I cut and some of them I kept them whole if possible, just so that she had more options. And then this is a 6-piece pack from We Are Memory Keepers. There are different tags in there, and these tags are super cute. They have gold foil highlights, adorable, and they match this really well. And then this bag is also, all of this is from Jen. This bag is also from Jen. She had sent me some napkins in these bags. Oops. So, the only little things I added, well, I added some other things, but I had to take them out because of the weight. But anyway, are these 3 little mini tags that I made with my Cricut, and they match everything really well, and they're just cute. But the rest of this is, I just cut apart the whole sheet because it wouldn't fit in the envelope of the stickers. These are clear, like acetate vellum stickers. Oh, I guess there was 5 of them. There's 5 little tags, not 3. Whoops. And then all of the like title strip pieces, I just went ahead and cut them into banners for her. So they are ready to go for DIY embellishments and they match her paper. So, yep, that is everything that is going out to Miss Veronica Hernandez with Two Sweet Crafts. And today is... It is late Friday night, so I may be getting, if I get out tomorrow, I will go ahead and just take it to my local post office. If not, it's often faster if I send it with my fiance to the law firm because they take the mail straight to the downtown distribution center, and my mail has to go through there first. And if my mail's slow, then sometimes it's even faster to wait and go there. Anyway, long story. So this will go out by Monday at the latest. From AliExpress, I got, these were 2 different orders of sticker packs. These are like kind of, not black and white, but tan with black or red, like stamping on them and a background. There is, it says 16 in there, but there's like 45. And then in here, I think there was something like 30 in there. But the bag is really cool too. I might see if this will come off easily. Cool little bag, huh? So I got those. And then I got some fabric. I got my 30-piece scrap pack. And then I got, I believe this is the last of the 10 by 10 inch. And the reason they are that random number is because these are from China and they use centimeters over there. So it's roughly 10 by 10 inches, but it's actually 20 by 25 centimeters. But anyway, I just said inches because that's what we use, but 10 is still a weird number for the paper samples. That will come in later. Anyway, I will go ahead. These are like the orangey nudes. This is the only one that doesn't really follow that pattern, but that's all right. They're all really pretty. These colors just remind me, are like really 70s to me. I don't know why. I believe there's 7 in these sets. Super cute. And these sets are around, I know at least the other ones I got were $1.98 free shipping. So I'm sure this one was around there. And I know this one was exactly $1.53. You get 30 pieces, and they're roughly 4x4 fabric squares. I believe they are 10 by 10 centimeters. Do I have a ruler here? Yeah. Yeah, 10 by 10. And how they like show you is they will have a huge circle with the fabric fanned out like napkins, and it's like you could get any of these, and almost all of them are perfect, and I'm more than happy with what I got. So most of them are all florals, which of course is what I like. There is some polka dots, very few, and then there's like at least 1 or 2 stripes. Look how pretty these are. These are little berries. So cute. And there's very few in here. See, I got like the pink. I had ordered the pink version of that. But there's very few in here that I'm like, that's going to be difficult to use. Like maybe 3 or 4, and those are at the very bottom. And because you get 30 of them for $1.53 a piece, these are roughly a nickel a piece. Like a nickel, and they're like 5.2 cents, something like that. I think that's what it is. I did the decimal part in my head, so don't quote me directly, but it's roughly a nickel. And this is like a textured fabric. Oh, we skipped one. It's really faint, really cute. Another gingham, or that one's more plaid. These are the stripes. And these are the more like bright colors. But, hold on, let me kind of fix these. These are still really pretty. Like this one is still totally usable. It's not like, oh, I'm not going to use these. This is the same pattern and almost the same color that came in my like navy blue pack. Which, by the way, I didn't put in a dispute. I just went ahead and gave them 5 stars on everything because, I mean, you think about how cheap these are and the time it takes to cut them and put them in a bag. Like, those people must be struggling, you know? So, even though it wasn't right, I would give them money as people if I knew them, if that makes sense. But anyway, so this one, still, it's not really vintagey, but super cute. And it didn't specify vintage, so I'm just lucky most of it was. This, I think, will actually look really cute and like a more shabby chic one. This one's kind of tough, and it says, it says, "Oh, the places you'll go." And I think that's Dr. Seuss. No, I'm going crazy. I don't know. There's these kitties, this little feathery thing, these polka dots, and then these weird triangle things. And that is everything. I got all of this for $1.53 free shipping. So, okay, from now, for the rest of the video, there will be no new, like, crafty things that I will be showing that you're not missing anything. I'm just going to be talking, so if you want to click off, I totally understand. So, what has been going on with me? Well, there has been a person that has been copying everything I do. And I have a list written out here, and just on this list, there's like 11 things. And this has all gone on in the last month. So, hold on just a sec. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I had the things I wanted to show you. So, anyway, I want to go through a list, and in this video, I'm not going to be saying her name. So, her name is going to be Miss Copy in this video. Copy. So, in the last month, I know you guys had heard me say I'm not watching any crafty videos anymore, because for a while, I mean, honestly, I don't really like watch TV with my eyes. Generally, I just listen to it and I'm doing something anyway. And crafty videos, unless you're like watching someone for the personality, just listening to it is not the point, you know what I mean? So you want to see what they're doing. So I had quit watching them, except for Gail. And then I was still subscribed to 2 people that were from my friends from long ago. But I kept getting this woman in my recommended, and it would pop up the video that was the same title and contents of the video I had just done over and over and over. And I was not watching any other craft videos from that. And then I was like, I'm going to see if I watch no craft videos at all, if this is still going to get recommended. And it did. The YouTube algorithm got you. The YouTube algorithm takes in titles of what you watch, the contents, tags, or descriptions, or whatever, and gives you recommendations. It's in their best interest to push things that you are interested in, because then you'll watch a video, they can play an ad on it, and they get a % of that money. Anyway. So, and a lot of the first things were not really like my specific new ideas. The specific way they were put together is odd, which is, well, anyway. So, of course, she copied, when I did the first Traveler's Notebook junk journal, you know, the sewn one for my friend. She did a guest receipt project, but she did that later and didn't do it on the packaging. We'll get to packaging. She did a window envelope when I did, and she was doing something, it was like a tag or something with letters, and she called it junk mail, even though she didn't use junk mail. But she got the junk mail idea. That was my title. She did the same 8x8 paper, so the 4x8 pamphlet stitch junk journal we just did, with the fabric scrap wrap closure. And in between these things, oh, and by the way, both of those journals she put in her Etsy. I don't know if they sold, but I know she listed them. Oh, the fabric. After I had shown like the sets that kind of like match of the 10x10 squares, which are a very odd number to make here, she came out with 10x10 squares, sets of 10x10 inch squares of fabric for her Etsy shop. When I was doing the window envelope, when we were working on the front and the layering and embellishments, I talked about how in junk journals, I like a more messy look and I like the paper torn and not cut. And she did an entire video on tearing paper after that. And I thought it was like maybe something else and it was just part of it. I clicked on it and watched the first 5 seconds, but she literally was like, hi, you know, whatever. I'm doing a video showing you how I tear paper to use in junk journals. What? And then packaging. You guys know I had done a couple videos on packaging as far as like, you know, cereal or crackers that I use in junk journals, but also specifically craft supply packaging that I use for future crafting things. I use for a cover. I use that Maggie Holmes thing. Anyway, and right after I made my video, she did a video on packaging I'm now saving, or it was called like packaging I'm saving or something like that. And she had 2 things that weren't new. It was like she had gone into her craft room and found something that still had packaging on it. I didn't watch the whole video again, so I didn't see the second thing. It was sitting over there. It might have only just been one. Whatever. The thing that she had was a Project Life Value Kit. So it's the one with like the window in the front. And on the back, it has like the image of the little journal cards, which, by the way, I had in my embellishments shown where I had cut out the squares from my journal cards and paper pads. But anyway, and she had, you know, cut it out, just the square out. And she was like, I just wanted to show you I'm saving packaging now. And this came from right here, and I cut it out for, you know, using in crafting. But it wasn't anything new that she had like just bought. And it's not like she had things like saved, then this was like an idea. It was just those two things. It was like she found something just so she could do the video and show the idea that wasn't hers, because she didn't have, like, she didn't already have the stuff. It wasn't things that she regularly did. She just like threw it together to make the video. Also random things like, I mean, everyone does, like thrift store hauls and book hauls. And by the way, I have a book order coming in, and I got this, which I'm not even going to say the name yet, but I also got 2 Edith Holden books, which everyone has. You can search in YouTube and there's like pages of it. It's not new, but she also has a video on that. So I thought I would give her credit for that, even though I'm not saying her name. But anyway, on her thrift store hauls, after I did one of my hauls and I had purchased that roll of wallpaper trim, not long after, here she came with her thrift store haul with a roll of wallpaper trim. And this, all of these things, again, are in 1 month. This is not over a long period of time. And as you'll see, as I tell you things, a lot of them are very specific and aren't common things that people do or use. Like randomly the roll of wallpaper trim. She also did, on my YouTube channel, for some reason, I don't know how to do it, but it has my most popular YouTube videos pop up for anyone new that's not a subscriber. But then if you like click on the videos, it goes from like newest to oldest. But anyway, she had done, again, the videos on my top rated videos, but those are kind of common. You know, a DIY embellishment video, everyone kind of does a video on that in their own way, how they do embellishments. But also using the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. That was another one of my top videos. The notepads. These are something that are very specific. So, I know in the beginning, I showed you guys, and some of them even went out in the secret word envelopes, but using actual notepads and trifold notepads in your junk journal, as well as like notepads that had printed paper. You know, I had that little cute little booklet with the gray paper, and I took the binding out of it. She did both of those things, a whole video on notebooks, and she also did one specifically on this type of notebook, the kind that comes in this thing, talking about using them specifically as to take them out and use these specifically as journal cards. Now, is this like a common thing that people do and use in their junk journals? Because it was after I did the video showing this, which was just a cover of one of them, and this, which the back, these were the one-sided Project Life cards, and the back of them are all different papers from these notebooks that I adhered down to use as journal cards. And just the piece de resistance, if you will, of her video, of that specific video, was to think outside the box and use your products in other ways. Lady. And the last straw was the last video I made, talking about the options for doing the cover of the the journal, which, by the way, I have the canvas is all done. I'm making sure that the green and white stripe is adhered properly for like the binding strip. I've got all the signatures made, and I've actually done 3 projects, but I was not going to post them to just have them copied until I, made this video or do a video on them before, you know what I mean. I wanted to deal with this situation first. So the last video I showed specifically, using things from your wardrobe. I showed the scarves, and then at the end, well, towards the end, I had pockets, and one was from, this is the fabric from the vintage shirt, and that I had just taken apart for fabric and for the pocket. So I put up my video. The very next day, she puts up a video on upcycling fabric from your wardrobe, and then she gets caught, didn't upload for a couple days, and tried to cover her tracks with the, it's funny, I'll tell you in a minute. So she uploads a video, has some shirts. One of them is the exact linen material as my scarves, the color, the, solid color ones from Old Navy. I also had the vintage one, and then the one that had the little tassels on it. And she had a shirt with like little hangy down tassel things and the linen. And then the last thing, she had this like Hawaiian looking shirt, and it had like little buttons on them, and she cut the buttons off and then was like, oh, I thought this had a pocket on it. And she was like, well, anyway, pockets are really, great to use for your junk journals and on covers. Well, why would she be thinking of a pocket if she had just gone through her wardrobe and found clothing and none of them had pockets? Why was pockets in her head? Except that she had watched my video, then gone to her closet, got some things to take apart, and looked for a shirt that she thought had a pocket on it specifically. I mean, it's clear as day. Then, and that was it. I was like, that's obvious. I've downloaded the videos with the dates on them of, all of the things that she'd copied. There's actually a whole Art Thieves website, subreddit, and a junk journal section, which I have not uploaded anything to or mentioned Miss Copy on at all. But anyway, I downloaded them, saved them, and just in case she tries to like change it after the fact or delete those parts or whatever. But yeah, there's no changing. There's no way like of talking yourself out of it. I didn't even list everything, and there are 11 things on this list in a 1-month period. I don't even upload every day. So it's like every single video. And I didn't even finish watching all the ones from that month on her channel because she uploads maybe multiple times a day. I don't know, because she had a bunch on there. So this is not a coincidence. It's really obvious, especially the notebooks and the next day upcycling clothing and talking about pockets that aren't there. I mean, you guys know I will give anybody a chance. I don't care what you look like, where you come from, whatever. There are people in my real life that I help out in different scenarios and situations. There was a woman that was a former drug addict. She was getting clean. I would go to her house, clean her house, take care of her children, take them to school. There were days that they would not have been to school if it weren't for me. And it's not like, as long as she was trying to be clean, I helped her out. I never gave her money, by the way. We'll never give someone, hand someone cash. I put $20 in gas in her car once, and she paid me back the next day, but never ever handed her cash. But anyway, I don't judge people based on their past or whatever. I will give anybody, any type of person, a chance. But I cannot stand people who will sit there and deliberately... It was obvious because after she uploaded that video, which was the day after mine, so mine had been up, when I saw it, hers had been up like, it said like 15 hours or something like that. So mine had been up probably a day by now, or by then, I mean. And I went to her comments and I wrote one word with no punctuation. I just wrote the word interesting, which could mean anything. Any random person watching a video that says something is interesting, like, that interests me, that's an interesting thing to do. But she knew that she had wronged me and that it was me calling her out. So I magically, after my video being up, got a thumbs down on my video. Now, since I've been back on YouTube, the whole time, all my videos total, I've gotten 2 thumbs down, and they were on thrift store hauls. And I'm thinking it's probably from someone who just likes to go thrifting and is not a crafty person, and they were disappointed in what I got, or someone that like didn't, or disappointed because they didn't want to listen to me and my crafty stuff. They were just there for the thrifting, or they also saw that I got some books to take apart, and people are really sensitive about that. That's just what I think. I don't know. I got 1 thumbs down on 2 of those videos. And now magically, minutes after I write the word interesting in her comment section, I get a thumbs down on my video. Well, it's like she knew who I was, knew she had wronged me, so she took that as like an attack. If I'm just some random person that she doesn't know, like, why would she do that? And then a person who uploads all the time didn't upload for a couple days. And her next video was using jewelry, old jewelry in junk journals. She was probably sitting there thinking, I've got to find something similar that's of my own. What can I think? Let me look through YouTube and find somebody else's videos to copy for once, because Haley's caught me. And honestly, I think she thought my audience is small, so they're not going to probably be watching her videos, especially, or be a subscriber of hers and mine, and that I'm not watching other crafty videos, so I'm not going to catch her. Maybe, you know, she's going... I don't know why she did it. I honestly don't, because that's corny. It's corny. And so I've made this video with a list, partial list of the things that were copied of mine in the first month, some of which were really specific or really unique, that weren't like 10 by 10 inch squares of fabric, and these specific type of notepads and whatever. So, Miss Copy, please email me and we can discuss this privately. And, you know, I'm happy to listen to your side of the story. And yeah. Again, I made the video, but I wasn't going to put her name out there, put her name on any other website or whatever until she had the opportunity to respond, just because, I don't know, maybe she felt stressed about something and just really needed and thought I wouldn't find out and be upset, or I don't know. So please email me, Miss Copy, and yeah. If you guys have watched it thus far, thank you. If not, I understand. I'm expecting, you know, at least for her to come thumbs down the video. You know, who knows? Maybe she'll like double down and try and do something shady or send people to thumbs down my channel, which, I mean, with people that do things like blatant copying, that's, you never know. You never know. But hopefully she will just talk to me, tell me what's going on, and then nothing else ever happens and we move on. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Let me know what you think in the comments, please. Thanks. Bye.